green with vision. For vision, more fine lace, you can still bring your stuff. Yeah. This big giant's talking New York with a skyline bleeds. Basketball dreams in the football seas. Got a mic in the hand and a vision that feeds. In the fantasy realms where the ghost dog leads. He's a shadow on the court and a phantom on the field. Timberland stomping, truth never concealed. Got my podcast lit, each story revealed. Talk Ryan legends and hoops that appeal.
Yeah, it's your boy GhostDog over here at GhostDog's Big Talk. Because we talk big like a giant, breaking down the science. Pay attention to the football mathematics like a Mayan. Coming fresh and hot off of a vacation. Coming to y'all a little bit late, unfortunately, but here I am. Pardon the tardiness is all I can ask for. Dope preseason first matchup against the Bills. Have me all types of ecstatic, all types of excited. Man, listen, but before we get into all that, if you are new to the channel, I say it all the time, hit that subscribe, especially if you feel that vibe. I'm going to say it once and I'm going to say it again over and over again. This is just a routine here as I'm on the road to 1,000. But let's get to that 100 first. How about that? Because subscribers looking a little low. So again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe. But let's just get right into it. That offense is looking smooth, real smooth, clicking on all cylinders. Russ did his little show out, but we all knew who was going to be the main attraction. We're going to get to that. Let's talk Russ real quick. Everything is looking good. Everything is looking right. Got to give Tracy his flowers as well. That young man is looking like the starter that he deserves to be. Okay? Absolutely. I expect that young man to put up numbers this year. Okay? Pay attention. He's my sleeper also as well for the fantasy tip. So pay attention. He might have been my honorable mention. I forget. He's one of those. Because I had to keep the bias to a certain degree, right? However, first team offense is looking righteous. However, when Jackson Dart stepped out onto that field. Oh, hold on. Talking about Tracy, though. Before I forget. Because obviously this is an issue that he's kind of had since last year. I got to give it to him. He's a rookie, though. I'll give him that slack, absolutely. And it didn't count against him. However, whenever I see that ball get loose out of his hands, we got to get it. We got to tighten that up. It ain't serious until it gets serious. So let's get it before it gets serious. Let's tighten it up. Outside of that, nobody's taking the starting position outside of Tyrone Tracy Jr. And that's just what that is. Going right into the main event, the main topic of discussion of this preseason opener. New Jack City Dart was out there looking poised, completely unbothered, was not fazed by the lights, was not fazed by the ambiance, the noise, okay? Was absolutely ready to get all the way busy. Absolutely. I passed his debut with flying colors. You know what I'm saying? And look, man, make no mistake. I had him number 3 of my quarterbacks going into the draft. I'll eat that. Especially after I saw Shador, pardon me, get busy. People are going to say, oh, it's the Panthers. Shut up. Okay? Because if it wasn't, because if he didn't show out and if he shit the bed out there against the Panthers, y'all would have been clowning him. But we're not talking about Shador. We're talking about Jackson Dart. New Jack City Dart, specifically. Absolutely came in, showed out, made his debut, was physical. I really got nothing to complain about, man. Outside of slide. Slide. I worry about your health. I appreciate the toughness. A footballer. But just slide. And nothing crazy. He's a rookie that you can't clean up. Little indecisiveness moments here and there, whether it was for his reads or his just, making the decision to just make a play on his legs. Outside of that, man, and that's all rookie stuff. Again, that's stuff that's just going to get cleaned and polished. There is no problems whatsoever from what I saw out of that young man. Outside of those little nitpicky things, which are all rookie issues. That's to be expected. It's just what it is. However, that young man showed out. Again, he showed poise, unbothered, NFL ready. However, I've said it plenty of times before, let the young man sit. He's got a whole season ahead to just learn. Yet, however, as Giants fans, we love to see it live action, of course. Get his feet wet, see it on the field, if you will. Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, man, absolutely just a bright future ahead thus far. Based off what we saw off the preseason opening. Absolutely. And, shout out to all the QBs. It just might be a situation where it's the leadership capabilities of a Russell Wilson on top of a Jameis Winston with the personality and the energy and the vibes. It's just like, it's a dynamic going on in that QB room where, look, even Jameis Winston was out there getting busy. He was doing things. And Tommy DeVito, okay, made a touchdown, put up numbers with his playtime. So it's a vibe, man. It's a different atmosphere, environment, energy. Look, it's something different here, ladies and gentlemen, with the quarterback room. And it is all the way noticeable. All I'm saying is pay attention. Pay attention. And it's not just the quarterbacks. We got a lot of people here that's unfortunate are going to have to get cut come the 53-day cut line date. However, that's a good problem to have. And talking about people in the depth of the positions in the roster, if you will, Turbo Miller. I'm going to say it two more times. Turbo Miller. Absolutely deserves a spot on this team. Argue with your mama. And he's not the only one on offense. Washington, number 80. Maybe it was because he had 80 or the fact that he was making multiple defenders miss. I was getting Victor Cruz vibes. Not saying he's Victor Cruz. For those in the back who can't hear me, I was getting Victor Cruz vibes. Obviously, Washington is his own man. However, he was doing things out there. But going back to Turbo Miller, absolutely deserves a spot on this team. He was making the most of the opportunity given to him, and he was getting chunk yardage, and he was making plays in the air. Turbo Miller deserves a spot on this team. And no disrespect to Singletary, but I'm at the point now where I'm like, why is he still on this team? You know what I'm saying? I get it. He's the vet running back. That's a good thing to have. However, there's a lot of young talent at that position right now that we really got to they're going to have to, as a coaching staff, really do their homework and figure out what they're going to shave off and what they're going to keep. I just, going into the season with 4 running backs is, could it be feasible? Possibly. However, a Turbo Miller, a talent like that, potential, you got to stash that if you can. If you can't have him on that 53. And you got to hope, because he was doing things again, And I expect Cam Scatterbo to get all the way busy when he gets healthy. So my 3 guys right now at the running back position are Tyrone Tracy, Cam Scatterbo, and Turbo Miller in that order. Unfortunately, I don't know what's going on with Singletary, even though he can do things. Man, look, I'm looking to the future right now. I'm just tired of all the Buffalo connection Pete type of folks. I'm over that. I'm just over that, you know. That being the case, this offense was just looking great. Shouts out to the offensive line, keeping their pocket clean. Limpiecito. No sacks, couple quarterback pressures. Absolutely leaps and bounds better than what we've seen these past couple seasons. Couple things needed cleaned up. Couple like depth pieces like a Kubis or that Hudson dude just need to get a couple things under control. But I am loving what I'm seeing. And pay attention to Marcus Bowe. More and more, he is just looking like a late round draft steal. Just getting busy, in control with his hands, with his feet, fast, athletic. Keeping up with the defensive edge rushers. So, man, look, again, Bowe is another one of those names. Keep an eye out. He might be getting the starting position here. Possibly not this year because that's Luminor's to lose, and I don't expect him to. But give Bowe another couple seasons. Give that young man some time to get acclimated, if you will, comfortable with the pace of the league, the speed. It's looking like nothing but up for this offensive line. No nonsense at all. At all. And yo, talking about situations with just sleeper potential, Thomas Fidone. And I know he didn't have a lot of reps, possibly because of the whole situation with his injury, whatever that was. An absolute red zone threat potential. Will he be that? Could he be that? That's my question. Because with that 2-point conversion, making that catch at the high point of where the ball was being thrown, in coverage, you love to see your receivers, tight ends included, or even the running back, if possible, make those contested catches. And I'm seeing Thomas Fidone doing it, and he is making it look easy peasy. Like he got no problems snatching the ball out the air off of a defender's hands. Like, give me that. It's mine. Mine. You know, oh man, this offense was just clicking. And shout out to Lil Jordan Humphries. How could I not mention him with that absolute beautiful pass from Jackson Dart? How could you not just appreciate that and love what you saw from that move right there? Just, right? Caught it, got the touchdown. And, you know, again, Lil Jordan Humphries is another name. He's building a little bit of a connection with New Jack City Dart. So we got to pay attention, man. It's going to be, come cut day, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be an issue letting some of this talent go. I'm telling you, but that's a good problem to have, though. We haven't had that problem here in a while. However, enough glowing praises for the offense. Let's get right into it, though, which is the power, the strength of this team, and it's gonna be, oh man, this unit on paper, top 5, top 3 potential, man. I'm telling you. And let's get right into it. Abdul Carter only had a couple snaps, around 5 or 6. He made his presence known against starters. Okay, in a Torrance, in a Dawkins, tackle, guard respectfully, position-wise, and that, you know, listen, making veterans look silly as a rookie. He is everything and more as advertised. His full toolkit was out on display yesterday, almost damn near. Whether it was the bend, the swim, the hit. Oh man. Woo! Yeah, buddy, it's gonna be serious. He made his presence known with the little bit of time he had out there. Season opener can't come soon enough. That's all I can say. Look, maybe give him a couple little reps here and there in that last preseason, maybe in the second. I've seen enough out of that young man. He don't need to do nothing else. He was on both sides of the line, just causing problems. And with the Dex in the middle and Brian Burns on the opposite side, and a Kayvon Tibbs getting in the mix, man, it's gonna be blood in the water, sharks just feasting. I'm telling you, crazy. Shouts out to McFadden. He was getting physical out there. Hopefully he can take that next step next to Bobby O. Hopefully Bobby O can be that same type of linebacker that he was here for us in that first season under the Wink Martindale defense. Hopefully he can be better. How about that? That's what I want to do. That's where I'm at with it. Let's be better than that. Let's build off of that. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, Banks. Absolutely showing progress. Absolutely showing improvement. I don't know why people are hating that young man to the degree that they are. I get it. He maybe not is where we want him to be. All I'm saying is let's just pump the brakes and let's give that young man a chance. This is his third year, his proven year. However, it is a second year in a new system. Remember, he was drafted specifically for the Wink Martindale defense. We have to cut this young man some slack. On the flip side, I'm seeing major improvement in this preseason game. A couple things he needs to clean up, but for the most part, yeah, man, no. He's absolutely got that CB2 spot situation on lock. And Banks is going to be closed on Sundays. You know, Banks is absolutely going to be closed on Sundays. Yeah, man, just this defense was getting busy. I expect this defense to just absolutely dominate come this. It is just going to be chaos. Apocalyptic, as I once said, and I will continue to say. Okay? Absolutely. You know, man, even some of the Ford was getting busy. He made a nice little fumble recovery. DJ Davison had a nice sack up the middle. Just D-line was just causing pressure all game long. Couple situations in the defensive backfield that might need to get cleaned up. However, I expect second year in Shane Bowen's system to just everybody to be cohesive, everybody to be on the same page. We gonna see. There should be no reason with the potential, with the pieces on this, the defensive side of the ball. Should be no reason why we are not dominant, and I expect this to be. You know, so yeah, man. This is GhostDog. This is my preseason game 1 recap. So many good things, man. So many players to mention. So many decisions to make come roster cut day. We'll see. We'll see finally how this team is going to look like in the next few weeks. Hopefully some of these players that we really took notice, hopefully they can, continue it on and just look, I want everybody on this team to succeed. However, I understand that we have to trim things down to the 53. So young players, young men, do y'all thing out there. I will be watching, cheering y'all on because you guys are Giants for the time being. As a Giants fan, I got nothing but hope and nothing but excitement for what I'm seeing so far. So on to preseason game 2. Stay tuned for that. I got some other stuff coming on this week. Coming out. Vacation over. Football season is well within eyesight at this point. Not even over the horizon. We at the top looking down at it at this point. Absolutely stay tuned. Stay tapped in for the Tap In Tuesdays at the Aboriginal Sports Network. And stay tapped and tuned in over here at GhostDog's Big Talk. With that being the case, man, y'all have a blessed one. And I give y'all a big blue salute. Peace.
From the shadows of MetLife to Mike's last track, GhostDog reppin' Big Blue, never looking back. Podcast sales, that's deep in the fog. Gridiron echoes follow the phantom dog. Jersey glows under moonless skies. Fades with the beat, but never truly dies. He barks once loud, a New York anthem blast. That vanishes like stories from podcast past.
This is a GhostDog mixtape original.